they call him the Bear?
Because that's how he defeated his opponents, with a bear hug. This man is so big and so strong that once he got his arms around him, it was all over. They couldn't breathe, they just passed out. The baker boy, your wife, the others, that's the way they died.
They were all crushed.
By an incredibly strong man. They died of massive internal injuries.
A guy this big, and no one's seen him?
Tom, the only people who saw him didn't live to tell about it. That's why I came by, to give you this, to show you what he looks like. If we can't catch him, you're the only man that can. I don't know how the government feels about this, but this is my town. These people are my friends, and I'm going to do everything I can to protect them. But I need your help. Looks like he's picked you for his next match.
All the world's a stage. Or is all the world a ring? In Push Too Far, a former professional wrestler, the Bear, now a dangerous fugitive, lurks in the woods near Greenfield, Indiana, stalking and killing the townsfolk by putting them in his trademark bone-crushing holds. The boundary between fantasy and reality is already under distress early in the film, as the threat of the wrestler is equal parts athletic and dramatic, recreating the theatricality and the spectacle of the ring as he cuts a path of destruction through the town. Pursued by police, he vanished into the woods years earlier, becoming a boogeyman, and, like his namesake, a predator. How the Bear has survived in isolation is never explained. He claims he seeks a challenge, but his problem, to paraphrase Freddie Blassie, is that the locals are nothing but pencil-necked geeks. The Bear is a figure of tremendous violence, not merely as a force of nature, but also as a doubly fictional construct that's escaped the violent fantasy of the ring and transposed itself into the surrounding world. But the Bear's motives, his preoccupation with the spotlight, his histrionic pursuit of supremacy over others, are minor aspects of the film which, for the bulk of it, focuses instead on the danger he poses to the peaceful life of the town's karate teacher and his family.
Did you use karate? Did you use karate?
Tom Ford owns a local dojo where he follows a strict philosophy of nonviolence. He finds himself targeted by the Bear as a worthy challenger. The nobility and honor of Eastern martial arts philosophy is placed in conflict with the stage spectacle of Western entertainment. The Bear is drawn to Ford's pacifism as it allows the wrestler to make grand theatrical provocations.
Good morning, Olympic Karate Studios.
You're not so tough, Mr. Ford. In fact, I think you're a punk.
Who is this?
I'm doing the talking. I'm gonna fight you, Ford.
Well, why don't you come over to the studio and we'll talk about it.
No way! You'll see me soon enough. I'm dead serious.
I can't accommodate you.
Ford's refusal to meet the Bear's challenge results in a series of violent killings of his son's friends and of his own wife. Ford is reticent to get involved, even after the murder of his wife, who's remembered in an idyllic montage. Ford's hesitation forms the central conflict of the film, as he's urged to take revenge, first by his son, then by a masked ninja, full of strange oaths, who's invaded his dreams on horseback, offering a sigh.
Your heart is good. What you do is right. Be patient and be ready. You shall have but one chance. Behold thy sword that others may see light. Seek not death, but peace.
In another strange violation of the film's sense of reality, Tom Ford wakes to discover ninja weapons have materialized in his bedroom. The ninja's appearance spurs the film's climax. The bear attempts to shoot up the town's annual street festival from a clock tower, an event which in itself is a contradiction of his methods, shifting from the physical confrontation of the bear hugs for which he's named, to sniping targets in the American tradition of Charles Whitman. One man in his time plays many parts. This strange indirection seems to disavow the bear's fixation on physical contest. It suggests that this challenge was never about might, but about theatricality, and there's no greater act of participatory theatricality than attacking the audience. The bear's attempt at a mass murder sees him cross from the Brechtian self-consciousness of American pro wrestling to the brutality and sadism of Fernando Arrabal and Le Mouvement Panique. The bear is dispatched in a manner equally theatrical by the sudden appearance of a costumed vigilante. The ninja has stepped out of Ford's dreams, and, it's implied, into his body, only to vanish after saving the day, allowing Greenfield to return to normal. Personal and community responsibilities define that normalcy. Ford's dojo, for all the accidental comedy of its synchronized choreography, is a symbol of communal health. By contrast, the bear represents pro wrestling as a sport of triumphant individualism. The film is a prolonged tribute to the community of Greenfield, Indiana, culminating in the festival days where the joyous atmosphere of the town is intercut with the bear making his sinister preparations, a sequence that's as affectionate towards Greenfield's present as it is nostalgic of Greenfield's past. Greenfield is fully realized as a place, a dull, sleepy place perhaps, the kind of place where dojos became a focal point for the health and well-being of growing Midwestern communities in the Chuck Norris epic of life in the American heartland. In developing the world of Greenfield so authentically, its endurance becomes the final triumph of Tom Ford's pacifism over the bear's violent hungers, a triumph of community over the gloating melodrama of the ring.